Happy Tuesday, people. Just making sure that we are live. Um,
We are having some technical difficulties.
yeah, so, anyways, we are live. We're having major technical difficulties as usual. Facebook is being stubborn, so I couldn't um, do anything that I wanted to do through Facebook. So, allow me 1 second while I deal with some other technical difficulties over here. So, um, happy Tuesday, by the way.
Happy
Everybody,
Tuesday.
happy Tuesday. And
Happy belated Easter since we weren't here.
yeah,
Uh, we did get back yesterday from our 3 day Disney cruise, which was pretty amazing. Did some cool stuff, cool activities. Um, we also got right back, and Carlos went to be able to hug some of the characters out at the studios.
I had to.
He needed that. He needed to get his hug from one of the characters. Since we missed it by a day on the cruise, that would have been perfect timing. But we missed it, so we came back home and he went to the studios too. Since he was the only one that could get in, since he had the pass already. Um, I, on the other hand, went to do the cast preview of Guardians of the Galaxy. Which, if you guys haven't seen the video that we put together last night, it was amazing. It's something that if you can, you should try to do. If you're an annual pass holder, try to schedule it, try to come, try to do it. It was, to me, is one of the best rides that we're gonna have on property at when it opens. So definitely go. Definitely worth a little bit of a wait if you're able to wait for it. If you're able to do the previews, if not, come when it opens and make a little bit of a line. Obviously, come early. The earlier you come, the less time you have to wait, as we usually say. But it was definitely cool. Like I said in the video, I really wasn't able to do the queue line at all. We went through the backstage, a lot of the backstage. We only got to see the loading portion of it for the queue, like you would say that the queue line. That's the only portion that we saw. But it was an amazing ride, and I think everybody should try to give it a chance. I think everybody's gonna be surprised from it.
you think so?
I think so. I think it's a cool ride. I think everybody will enjoy it. I think it's a ride that if the little ones hit the height requirement, I think they should try to do it at least once. If you've done Velocicoaster and you like it, then you should have no issues riding this one. Uh, it's not anywhere near as terrifying as Velocicoaster.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not. I think your video has been helping a lot of the plus size community because people were very, very nervous.
Yeah, I think
Um,
obviously being in Disney Park, it's a little bit more accommodating. I didn't see anybody really having any issues. I've seen a lot of people post about it that they've been able to ride it with no issues. Like I said, it's a lap bar kind of thing that just comes down. You don't have to hit a certain amount of clicks. You don't have to go from red to green. It's just a click. Then the customer just makes sure that it actually, like, that it locked, and that's pretty much it. So I think you should try it. Even if you're scared that you may or may not be able to ride it, go for it. Try to ride it. I mean, it could be from I don't think I'm gonna ride it and being surprised that you're able to ride it and enjoy it, or it could be a little bit of a disappointment if you actually get through and you're not able to ride it. I don't think you're gonna like. I really don't think a lot of people are gonna have issues with it, but at least try. Please, please, please try. It's definitely a ride that you should at least attempt to get on at some point.
I mean, I'm really excited about this ride, not only as a Marvel fan, but something was needed in Epcot.
Oh yeah, Epcot needed help.
Ep- Epcot needed it like desperately.
Epcot is a
So
very theme for adults, and especially adults who like to drink. Like, because if you're even if you're an adult that doesn't like to drink, then Epcot doesn't really have a lot for you to do, except eating around the world. But it definitely needed something to draw more of the kids aspect or the family aspect. I think this ride's gonna definitely do that. Like, you should definitely, if you're coming down to visit, you should at least, while when it's open, then you should definitely try to go and experience it. And I think it's gonna alleviate a little bit of the amount of guests that are always going to Frozen or always going to like Test Track, because those are really the main rides that Epcot has. So I think bringing this on is going to alleviate those rides a little bit.
Yeah. Eh, I want to see. Well, not really, because when Rise by Rise opening, we all thought that maybe Slinky Dog was gonna slow down, and it hasn't been the case either.
No.
But I'm
Oh, it
really,
might alleviate a little bit, like,
yeah. I want to see how much of an impact that causes and everything else at Epcot. So, anyways, I'm excited.
I think
Very
it's cool because
excited for
now
the
it
change.
definitely has a princess ride, like obviously the Frozen side, and then it has superhero side. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool.
Well, we're gonna start talking about some of the news. I'm excited about this version 2 of Halloween Horror Nights. I don't know. Were you able to see it, Karen?
I was
when it first came out.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, so version 1 basically came out. I want to say maybe 3-4 weeks ago. And it did change quite a bit. A few of the houses changed. So this is a speculation map. Version 2, this can continue to change. This is basically released by what is it? Halloween Horror Nightmares, and they're very well known because a lot of times they're like almost
To the T.
to the T. So anyway, this is the new speculation map. One of the things that they added is the Stranger Thing. The Horrors of Bloomhouse. This was added as well. The original, one of the original houses changed, which it was a bug house.
That sounds creepy.
Yeah, and they also included also the Wicked Growth 2. Now, the Wicked Growth last year was pretty dope.
Nope.
That was the one from that it was the pumpkins. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're still saying that they're gonna have the Mummy versus Wolfman, Halloween, a Chupacabra, and the Weekend. Even though a lot of people are hating on the Weekend.
I'm not excited.
No, yeah. So I'm dying to see now if how this is gonna stay.
How accurate?
Yeah, I really want to see that. So I don't know. Tell us basically what do you guys think. I rooting for a Chupacabra. I think I said that the first time. The Chupacabra is something that they could actually develop very well, and even the Dead Man's Wharf, sounds interesting. So I think that this map has some kind of potential.
Not excited about the bug house. I don't like bugs to begin with, so I really wouldn't want to go into a house that's about bugs.
So you don't think
that would be kind of creepy?
That would be creepy for you.
Yeah. That could be the last one that we do.
Actually, fun fact, I'm gonna share a little bit of internal story. I remember when they had Halloween Horror Nights in IOA, in Island of Adventures, and they decided to use Thunder Falls, which is a restaurant in Jurassic Park, as the fear factor, and there were bugs all over, like it was like yeah. Blech. And rumor has it that when they broke the house apart, they had some kind of issues with the rat, 1 or 2 rats escaping. And I know that we started having rat issues out there after they shut down that house. So it is interesting. So and they did have. So do you remember that house? when we walking through the Fear Factor, and then they have like live bugs, but they were like in fish tanks and stuff like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
So
Again, I wouldn't be looking forward to that.
so basically, this is the version 2 of the speculation. So who knows? Who knows, right? I don't know. I'm excited. I feel like the only thing, in my opinion, that they shouldn't touch was the what was let me pull the other map over here.
Stranger Things makes sense though, since Stranger Things is coming.
Yeah, but I feel, let me see. The Last of Us. I feel like The Last of Us should have stayed.
Should have stayed.
Yeah, that's just my
They
personal
should just
opinion.
keep that one instead of the bug one.
Yeah, well, they have to go with original because the IP, remember they paid for those. So yeah, but honestly, take the weekend out and bring me the Last of Us.
Leave the weekend alone, gosh.
I don't know. I still split. What do you guys think about the damn weekend? I don't know. But anyway, know that this has changed. Also, the one for Hollywood had changed, and now you're calling my attention because I went from I can care less to like, Now you got me halfway there. So I would love to look at that Candyman. That has to be creepy as hell. The Evil Dead, depending which version of the movie, how well they do it. And it's saying over here by the Walking Dead location, it will be interesting to see. La Llorona definitely is gonna be interesting to see. Scarecrow, we had this before. It was okay. I would like to see the difference between ours and theirs.
American Werewolf.
We have had this before too, so but it should be good. Again, I don't know about that. I don't know about this one.
They need to get rid of Killer
But
Clowns.
still, if we happen to be down in California during this time, I wouldn't be heartbroken to go just to check them out.
You wouldn't be heartbroken to go.
I mean, just to check it out, because we've never done horror nights in Cali.
That'll be fun. It'll be interesting to see that. It'll be nice to see the difference between both.
It'll be very, very
in 1 year, because they will have some of the same houses. So it'll be interesting to see that if they're identical or if they still have differences.
Yeah. Then, and they continue to work in another maze. Here's some of the progress of one of the tents. So usually in this space they do have 2 tents, and they use this huge parking area behind this studio. So they continue to move forward with this in Hollywood, which is cool. And look at that facade; it's already up. And by the time that they build this facade, people are gonna be able to tell, yeah, that's definitely that haunted house. This came out. I thought of you and everybody who's a Super Nintendo world fanatic. So this is a reversible Super Nintendo World pillow.
I want it.
And it's available at Universal Studios in Hollywood.
I think we need to make a trip regardless.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling tempted too. This came out. I think it was
cute.
here. Yep. So a few weeks ago we talked about Hagrid's coming out like this.
Yeah.
Now they came out with this awesome version of Owen for $17. $17. That's pretty cool if you're collecting, little plushes like that. There's a big rumor, and I'm using WDW Universal for this, but this is not the first time I hear this rumor. Not through them either. This is the first time that they went ahead and put it out there. But I've been hearing this rumor for a little bit now. People are saying that by July 4. And the reason being is because they may have to delay. That's what the big rumor is. They may have to push the they don't know if they're going to finish some of the things by the time that they have the permits, or if they finish it by the time that they do the testing and they put everything back together, they they don't know if they're gonna finish by the end of June like they anticipated. But they've been saying, they said from the beginning middle of the summer.
Right.
And middle of the summer is July, whether we like it or not, you know. So July 4 looks
July is
like
an amazing month. It's an amazing month.
yeah, sure it is.
It's my month.
Khalil's birthday.
Yes, it's Khalil's birthday.
So, anyways, this is not the first time I'm hearing about it. So,
Hopefully,
well, it pushed it for a few
mean,
days.
as long as it opens.
That's the only downside. You know what I mean? That's the only downside. But anyways, know that there's that big rumor. This color looks kind of cool, but this is on Hollywood.
Of course.
Where they had this tumbler and shot glass available. I haven't seen it here, but you know, this is how it is. Usually, when you go through, either it comes out first and then ends it up over there like 2 weeks after, or vice versa. So, you know, never know. You never know. So I'm digging this like kind of like vibrant colors. So that's kind of cool. So if you're looking for prices, $21 for the tumbler, and let me see if it shows me. Okay, the shot glass is $10, which it goes. That's pretty much what you will pay, even outside of.
Yeah.
I remember like walking this past weekend in the Bahamas, and I actually noticed, you know, the shot glasses, and they were $7 to $10. And same with the tumblers. On another note,
that's pretty too.
they do have here in Orlando this bottle for $25. It reminded me of the one from Harry Potter.
I like the Harry Potter
and
one.
I'm kind of liking this new style and theming of bottle. So you know, you could tell that they are Universal is coming strong with this theming and using this style of bottle. And I don't know. I would like to buy one to see how long does it keep everything cold.
Yeah.
So, but Jurassic Park, man, the Universal's coming strong with Jurassic Park merchandise lately.
Yeah. So they're really emphasizing Jurassic Park.
Yeah. But I like it, and I mean, of course, they have to because of the new movie,
right?
That they're advertising. So I'm liking the
bringing
colors
the hype.
too.
They're hyping it.
Yeah. So there you go. If you're looking for something like that, if you like Tucson Chocolate Factory here in Orlando, there's finally some movement in Universal City Walk in Hollywood, which is good news because at this point, you know, there it is.
There it is. I mean, it's a good restaurant. It's definitely worth it.
For a moment, people were wondering, well, wait a second, is that really going to happen? Because nothing was happening. And I know you being a fan of trying this out, especially because of the shakes, which we have not yet
gotten the one that I want.
Randomly stop by and try it out.
The coffee one.
So we have to do it. But you being, you know, like anybody else, you see those chicks and you're like, you're drawn to them. Smoke.
You want to go.
I want to just try it out. So the when I walked through City Walk in Hollywood, it felt kind of empty though.
Yeah.
So
well, a lot of it was closed when we walked by.
I don't know. So one thing, let me see if I did something really quick. There you go. But a lot of things were closed.
Right, that's what I said.
Yeah, I know. So you're right. Only the food court was open.
Yeah, it seemed empty just because everything was closed still.
If you haven't watched our review on this restaurant, highly recommend that. We may have to go back just to try more food items and stuff like that. I thought it was okay. Okay to good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
So
it's a good option. It's a good option.
Right. Is it like Hard Rock for me? No. Is it like The cowfish, no.
No.
But it's a good option, man. I refresh my memory while I do something here really quick of
Refreshment.
exactly what you wanted to try over there, because I can't. I honestly I cannot
I don't remember.
remember.
I know definitely the coffee shake. That's milkshake. I think they have the coffee shake that I wanted to try. There was a couple other items, food items that I think seemed interesting that we wanted to try. But did we go for dinner or for lunch?
We went actually for lunch.
Yeah, so I think we need to try dinner and see And I definitely just want to try my coffee.
You
My
just
cup
want
of
to just go and just.
I mean, if we just have to walk by and just grab a coffee one, I wouldn't be heartbroken. Like we don't have to make a reservation for that. But
I mean, it's always good to try. We love trying and basically be able to recommend to you guys.
it was good. It was good. I think the kids enjoyed it. It wasn't.
So was it something what I was gonna ask you? Did we even try? I don't remember. Did we even try a shake at all?
Yes, the kids had a shake. I think both. Do we order two or just order one? We order. I know for sure we order one. I don't remember which one.
I know, and I know we
I
went,
think we got the Oreo one.
and we went during the summer, right?
Right.
Because it was right before our trip to LA, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah, it was like the day before. I think it was.
yeah. So we definitely, honestly, we definitely have to go back because I can't remember. And when I cannot remember. That's not a good thing either because
It didn't make an impression.
well, yeah, it's just you know what I mean. It's I don't know. It makes me think like, okay, I already forgot about it.
Right. It was good though.
So
The milkshake was good.
for me, that's not a good sign if it makes any sense. You know what I mean? So I definitely have to go back.
I mean we did lunch, so I think we need to go for dinner. See if the menu is similar or if it changes. And see. And definitely try my
Yeah, Miss Sheila, how are you?
Miss
Nice to see
Sheila.
you. Thank you for joining us. How was your Easter? Hopefully, everything went well. I just I'm having a hard time trying to remember. I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna look it up, bro.
yeah, if any of you have gone to do some and have tried, I want to know if you try a milkshake of theirs that you're like, wow, this is a must. Let me know in the comments because I would love to try it out. I just cannot. Now I remember now that yeah, Kalel is the one who ordered. Didn't we order for Kalel and one or
I
for
think
both of them?
I don't. That's what I'm trying to get to.
But the problem is that I hate when I forget. Yeah,
Did we get two? I think we ended up getting two.
we only got one. Michila said it was good. Lots of leftovers. Oh, that's good, Michila.
Yeah, we
Glad
only
you
got
had
one.
a good Easter. We spent it on paradise.
We did. It was an amazing Easter.
It was, and I don't mean it in a very disrespectful way, but I made me almost forgot that it was like Easter because you kind of like turn off your brain at that point.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I'm on a cruise, I'm vacationing, and then they're like, oh, happy Easter. The people told you that. Some people told us that. And then they highlight this awesome display that you guys gonna see in the videos and probably pictures in Instagram. And I was like, oh snap, today's Easter. Dang it.
Whoops.
And then as I'm sitting in at the beach, we're like, oh, it's truly Easter. And here we are spending in this beautiful island.
Yeah.
So oh, you missed the HHN announcement. We've been having crazy issues. So first of all, welcome Cecilia. Thank you for joining us. Everything was going well. I tried to log in Facebook, and Facebook automatically blocked me for whatever reason. It's acting stupid. So I may have to look for another way of live streaming. I like doing live stream because I like through this software specifically because I could do different social media accounts. and I try to do it through Facebook. And last week, Facebook blocked me from live videos, Facebook Live, pretty much. I guess they resolved that issue, and then today I went to see if uh, I was live in Facebook, which I was, and the minute I touched it, it just blocked me, which is the stupidest thing. So I don't know if it's a behind the scene thing. So I had to fire it up a different live stream through YouTube to do it. But very quick, I could recap. There is the second version of the map that they released last week on Wednesday, I think it was. Um, so now for here, they're talking here in Orlando. They're talking about Stranger Things, the Bloomhouse, Deadman's Wharf, Underground Creatures, The Bug House, The Wicked Growth 2, Mommy vs. Wolfman, Halloween, El Chupacabra, and The Weekend. So I am a little bit more excited about this map than the one before. The only thing I would have wished they would have left alone was the Last of Us. And there's a lot of people that keep requesting and hoping that it becomes true. Some people want a Scream house, Ghost
Oh,
Face. A
yeah.
lot of people really, really want that, me included. I think
That would be
it
cool.
will be wicked cool.
Yeah.
People still very upset about the weekend. We have done so many versions of Halloween that people are like, so
That could be Scream.
yeah, I feel that if they were to put Scream or The Last of Us, that will do it. A Chupacabra, like I mentioned before, uh, is they do have ways that if they elaborate on this true story, I think it could become something uh uh better, so a lot, it have a great potential, it could be freaky and scary at the same time. Bunkhouse can buck the heck out of
We can
you.
get rid of that. Nobody wants to have bugs. Like, who likes
So
bugs?
Deadman's Wharf, it makes it sound like, you're gonna be fighting, I guess, sirens or stuff like that. I don't know.
But that could be underground. Oh no, underground.
So I like they're mentioning over here, these are original houses. So El Chupacabra is original. If they're gonna change something, I hope they leave El Chupacabra the heck alone. The Wicked Growth too. Um, People are excited about this one because the Wicked Growth this year was amazing. So we hope they leave it. But last year. But yeah, you're right. The Last of Us definitely has to come back. So that's pretty much what we discussed. They did release a new map for Hollywood. I am extremely excited about the Candyman. Hope this stays. I will go just to watch what they do with Candyman.
No, La Llorona también.
Because I love
we've had the Llorona.
the Candyman. Yeah, we had the Llorona before. Miss Sheila said Facebook getting glitchy with their live streaming. I got blocked doing my it's just they're acting stupid. Like I don't know. I don't have another way to describe it. Talking about new merchandise, this is the new merchandise that came out about a few days ago here in Orlando, promoting Jurassic World. So some of the t-shirts, $40. It's kind of cool because it has that color from what is it, the amber thing? Yeah, where the mosquito strap. Yeah. So that's kind of cool.
It's a cool shirt.
Yeah, it's very unique. $23
for the youth one. For that one.
youth, yeah, which is pretty awesome too. To see $35 for this one.
The women's version.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one.
$33. And as you, I don't know if you guys are noticing the same pattern that I am. Look at the prices.
Yeah.
They're going
up a bit.
They have gone up. They're not admitting it, but they have gone up. I love this.
They're not. They're not admitting it. They're just not.
People are not talking about it.
Right.
People are not talking about it. Disney does something, God forbid. They're like, oh my God, they went up $2. Jurassic World Dominion, which is the for the new movie. So they're starting now. We're starting to see some promotion going on. It's $27.
That's not bad.
No.
For theme park price.
Yep. So belt crossbody bag is $32. This is
Okay.
pretty dope.
That's pretty cute.
I like it.
I like it.
Me like it. And oh, it has a lot of zippers. That's good though. And then they had this Jurassic World backpack for $55, which is not bad either.
It looks kind of small.
It's very colorful, which is, you know.
Oh, look at the way they did the hooks. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but the universe is doing these things lately. I don't know. I'm not too crazy about that. It doesn't seem like too strong for me. Yeah, you know what I mean? You look at the way the launch fly bags are being made versus this one. I don't know.
Launch fly is leather.
Yeah. So I don't know. But anyway, that was kind of cool. To see. Oh, I forgot this. Let them out for $30. A little bit too late, right? With that long sleeve.
Well, I mean,
$30 for this one. I actually appreciate this one on the back. This is pretty cool. Jurassic World Justice on $28. And it's only bringing me back memories to last year around this time because of the Velocicoaster.
Right.
Like when they release a bunch of Jurassic Park and World merch. So there's the lanyard pouch for $5. $13 for the lanyard. So, you know, lots of merch. I mean, again, I'm in a deja vu from last year. $10 for magnets. So, magnets. And the list goes on and on and on. But anyways, moving to Disney World now on another news. Boom, 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 boom. How soon annual pass holders in the will have their previews for Guardians of the Galaxy? Remember when I just closed out last week live stream with this question, and I gave you guys my theory, my train of thought? Well, it happens to be the last week on Wednesday. They went ahead and announced that on Thursday that we're gonna do the DVC members, and DVC members can do well at that point. Once the registration open, it will be for the second week of May, which I've been saying all along. I've been calling out the dates, right? The part that everybody caught everybody by surprise was this: that not only got sold out for DVC like right away, but without making an announcement, they went ahead and added the annual pass holders to this list. So it was advertised DVC. You can go ahead and do your reservations as of Thursday. People started going in. Well, wait a second. It says here annual pass holder. What? Okay. And then an email went out, and certain people got the email and other people didn't. So my theory is that it just shot it randomly.
Yeah.
Now, I was lucky enough to get a reservation simply because my friend Adrian from Lush TV, out of nowhere, he texted me the link. I haven't even talked to him. It wasn't even a good morning. He said, "Hey, check this out." I opened the link and I said, "What the heck? Are those for the AP previews?" And he said, "Yes. I just thought of you." So because he sent me that, I was able to get an actual reservation. However, I didn't get an email until it got sold out. That's when I received my email. So the fact that there's a lot of annual pass holders very upset at this point, you cannot blame them.
Right.
Because Disney didn't announce it, number one. They announced cast member previews when they were going to come out. They announced DVC, and they went ahead and included DVC with APs. Everything got sold out. Gee, they even announced uh, what was it? Uh, D23. They announced, the D23 Gold members, um, which D23 did that themselves, plus Disney did it. Hey, by the way, as of this, you can do that, right? They didn't announce AP. People have been, like I said, logged in. Well, wait a second, and then all of a sudden, it exploded in social media.
Right.
APs now can do that, but it's because people like blockminky.com and WDW and pass holder and sharing it. Hey, I just got this email. That's how people found out.
Right.
They didn't let anybody. So there's a lot of people very upset. And for the first time, I have to agree with the annual pass
Right.
holder. The way that Disney managed this, it was completely messed up and uncalled for. Now, as a local, I could just like, oh, okay, whatever. No problem for me. I got it. Woohoo. However, people make plans.
Right.
People might have just said, hey, wait a second. I am not gonna. I couldn't find a reservation for the 27. I have hope that if they do it in between, we know. I mean, just common sense says it's gonna be on the 27. People might have put their vacations on hold. I mean, there's huge fans
Right.
about for Marvel. You don't know what people gotta go through. You don't know if people may not be able to travel until months or years from now.
Right.
I feel that Disney did it completely wrong, and I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, Michelle is saying I cannot wait to ride this. Karen did it yesterday. I don't know if you saw that video, Michelle. We did a early review. We don't show anything because cast members were not allowed to show anything but the Stars Corp which this wall is this wall down, Karen? Now?
No. No, that's the wall that was there.
Okay, so that wall is that. So they enter you through the back.
So we were inside, like right here.
Okay, so one, and then they bring you out and say, okay, this is the only thing that you guys are allowed to take
Right.
pictures. So there you go. So that's how it happened. Cecilia said it seemed that this is not the same as it was before a pandemic in terms of service to the people. I agree. I agree 100%. They're not owning, and that's one thing that I'm noticing with Disney. They're not owning to their mistakes. They're screwing up over and over and over, and they don't own up to it. Their way of owning to it is just saying later on they release something like as a bonus. So for example, I'll give you an example. They do it with cast members all the time. They went ahead and let me change this. Let me do this because you never know when Disney watching. This Disney is like Uncle Sam around. You gotta be careful what you say or what you do. I don't have any ties with Disney because Disney doesn't pay anything other than my wife's salary, but she earns it. So we don't get anything for this channel for from Disney. Disney messes up a lot with cast members. So for example, last year they screwed up. They blocked them out, and the people were upset. Like cast member cannot go to the theme parks from March all the way onto indefinitely. Yeah, the whole thing lasted until August because of the capacity. They went ahead and blocked them out. And the way that Disney resolved their issues was to give cast member and gift them as a thank you, quote unquote, for their big efforts on through the pandemic with one night stay in any hotel of their choice. So the cast member have to go inside and put which days do they prefer. They have three options and what resorts do they prefer to go. And then Disney will say yay or nay, and it will say, okay, you will go to the Polynesian, you will go here, you will go there on this day. That was the way of saying, oops, we messed up. Now, take it like a grain of salt. People say, well, cast member cannot be so ungrateful. They got a night. Oh, yeah, whatever. Cast members, part of their perks is to go into the parks. Just like anybody like us, they want to enjoy time with their family. Um, they went just like Walt created these amazing experiences. Cast members also have the right to escape their reality and immerse themselves into the world of Disney. I mean, it's their rights, their work. They sacrifice like everybody else. Cast members were getting insulted, assaulted, because some of them got assaulted by guests during the pandemic. They were verbally abused, many of them witnessed by us because of the whole policy. And here you are, you block them of one of their perks. So you come back silently and say, because of your big work, your great efforts, we want to gift you with this. Okay, whatever. Now, people like Karen was blessed because she ended up earning a night stay at the Grand Floridian. And to be quite honest with you, I don't think I will ever be able to afford to stay at the Grand Floridian even for one night. Nor I see it, in my opinion, in my financial vision, like it's a good, smart move economically from our part. Um, that's the way I see it. I'm local. I shouldn't be paying $700 for one night to just go to a Disney resort when I live here. You know, we live 35 minutes away. That just for me is the stupidest thing. But to each their own. We were gifted with that. We were blessed, and thanks to Disney, we were able to at least stay in the Grand Floridian, cross it out of the bucket list, and share that with you. With that said, they went ahead and blocked them this year indefinitely. So, what does Disney do? They go ahead and they announce cast member iridescent evenings coming to Walt Disney World this summer. So, what they do is say, okay, guys, we blocked you. Whatever. You guys were too busy. You guys and it was indefinitely, by the way. It was indefinitely once again. But don't you worry, cast members. Now we're going to thank you by providing you a few select nights where we're going to shut down whichever park and gift you a night with only one guest so you can enjoy your night. That's Disney way of continuing to hush cast members saying, we messed up, blah, blah. They're not going to admit it, but that's their way of doing so. And I can tell you right now, that's the feeling among the cast members. People cannot say it, they cannot voice it because they're also afraid of retaliation. But unfortunately, that's how Disney's hushing. So I wouldn't be surprised if Disney comes around and says, folks, we're going to give the APs with something, a new magnet or whatever, because that's their way of hushing people down. We're going to gift. They're not going to come across and say, hey, I'm sorry, people, we screwed up. Our bad. We did had some behind the scene issues with the IT process. And honestly, it was supposed to be separate, AP and DVC. And something happened, they emerged and we screwed up. They're not going to come around and say that. I was in Disney the day that it shut down for a sheer competition. I just don't see us going back right now. I think I have to take care of people who take care of your business. I agree. Your employees are everything. And sadly, I'm gonna say this on behalf of cast member. Cast member that been there for years, they can tell you that back in the days, maybe 10, 15 years ago, Disney was all cast. Their belief was like, if we make our cast members happy, then they're gonna make our guests happy. So their priority was the cast members. They wanted cast member to be happy all the time, and they were very into the cast member concerns. Nowadays, things have changed. Obviously, and as it is right now, they're a business. They are trying to pull out of the red and make the money that they have lost. I don't blame them. They continue to increase salaries and stuff like that. So of course they're gonna continue to increase other things, but they're forgetting that they're working with people, and that's how they ended up screwing up. And in the meantime, they screw up other things. The problem with Disney is that Disney, no matter what they do, they're never gonna win. You know, and if they turn to cast member, guests are gonna be unhappy. If they turn to DVC, then APs are gonna be unhappy, and cast member are gonna be happy. So what's happening right now, in my point of view, they're trying to be the pleaser. They're trying to make everybody happy, but they're forgetting about, okay, let's take some ownership. Let's say, hey, we made this mistake, and because we made it, we're gonna do this for you. I feel that that sense of honesty is no longer there, and that's what people like you mentioned, are a lot of people that are not believing in the product anymore. So like people are believe on Guardian of the Galaxy. I gotta do that right, but they're doing it because they love Guardian of the Galaxy. It's not because they owe Disney the sense of I have to give you my money. They're like, I gotta give it to you because I don't have no choice. You know what I mean? So at that point, is it until Disney doesn't take ownership on their own mistakes, a lot of things will not change. But that's what happened. Now, the permit reveals. I knew this. I didn't want to announce it like, when we talk about the new DVC building in the Polynesian, but when they made the announcement of what was the show?
The Lua.
The Luau, yeah. Uh, I just want to. I want to. Basically, we talk about this. I don't know if you guys remember a few weeks ago that we talked about the DVCs having a new building. It just by looking at it this way, I already knew the actual show when they announced that they was not gonna be reopened. This is where the building was gonna be. I yeah, I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to like start a really bad speculation until the permits was released. And I've been looking to find a Spirit of Aloha. That's how. So when they announced the close of Spirit of Aloha dinner show, I already knew that that building must be in that area because Polynesian as it is, they don't have that much space. So so had to be there. The and the Grand actually took the other space. You know what I mean? So and when you walk on that pathway, uh you have that pathway, but that's behind, but that's behind the scenes, you know. For the cast member, that's where they had the kitchens and stuff like that, right over there on that pathway. That's what I mean. So, anyways, the permits are showing where this building is gonna be. So, Spirit of Aloha happened to be around this area, so that's why they ended up shutting it down. Now, one thing they could probably do is just maybe relocate it once this is done. Maybe do another building, or maybe do a show around the pool area or the beach area. May not be a dinner show, but they may do like a Lani where you could actually do a luau out here. So I could see them doing something like that. So that way the culture, the Polynesian culture per se, is not missing. But just know that that building is going over here, and that's the reason why they shut down the actual show. Hong Kong Disneyland will reopen on April 21st. This is great news because finally we continue once again going back to normal. So, you know, and I really want these countries to open because I really want to just like, I want everybody to enjoy the magic. And I'll be honest with you, lately I've been dreaming about doing Disneyland in other countries, and I want us to start setting goals for ourselves and start visiting other Disneyland. So I want everything going back to normal. The foodie guy for Earth Day, which it happens to be this Friday, is already out. So some of these things already started. I already seen people drinking this thing. I think that started yesterday.
That looks super sweet.
So unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna have time to go to the park this week because we're kind of like slammed. Plus, I got a whole bunch of videos for cruising that I had to edit and
you gotta work.
You guys. You gotta work. I gotta work. Let me put it to you this way: in the last 4 days, you know, Friday through Monday, we have recorded a total of 12 videos, in which two of them were edited and posted yesterday.
And recorded.
And recorded yesterday. So a total of 12 videos, which is like a really good amount of videos. But obviously I had to just post things that are relevant. So you may see me posting cruising videos, but if we do something in between that is what's happening now, you're gonna see a break from the cruises. But for the cruises alone, we have a total of what was it? What is that I counted? 8 videos or something like that.
8 or 9, yeah.
8 or 9 videos. So anyway, it was a total of 10 videos. So we recorded 8 videos for the cruise and then 2 yesterday. So if you haven't been able to see those 2 videos, watch them. I don't know, they're doing very well in YouTube. So I'm happy for that. So but unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to make it to Animal Kingdom because a lot of this is happening in Animal Kingdom.
Which makes sense.
I just
that looks cute.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough time.
I can't get it.
Yeah,
well,
and
I could, but
I mean I can, but kids are kids have a lot of catch up to do because missing 2 days on our normal life is like missing a week. I already talked about this. So basically, what they're gonna do is they're gonna get a cast member will be able to take one guest with them and bring in either to Magic Kingdom, Epcot, or Disney Hollywood Studio for a special after-hour event, which is kind of cool because they're gonna have special characters, supposedly, possibly offerings that is specifically for them. And it says that over here. I'm not saying something that I shouldn't be sharing. They experience the park like never before as they enjoy select attractions, food and beverage offering, character sightings, and special surprises. Dates and details haven't been announced, but announcement comes at the time when the cast member are finding it extremely difficult to get into the parks thanks to the combination of blackout dates and elusive Disney park passes. So call it like you want to, but you know what, blackmickey.com, they're being right on the point on this one.
We'll see who I take since I can only take one person.
Yeah, take your son. Salt and Straw officially opening tomorrow, April 20th. Salt and Straw, and I think we have it on the calendar. Is the ice cream place that has been built right next to the AMC theater.
Yeah, we should.
It's like a high end ice cream shop. And apparently there's not that many locations around the US. The little bit I remember. I know that they had a media event there today. Not a lot of people were invited for what I could see, but it is opening tomorrow. We may or we may not go there tomorrow. We shall see. But yeah, just know that it's opening tomorrow. Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind. The Imagineer actually confirmed a song list. So this is basically the different songs that they're gonna be having. Now, how is this happening? I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna be playing it. Apparently, you will hear only one song per ride and not multiple songs per ride like you do on Rock and Roller Coaster. So apparently that is random. Whatever is playing, that's what you're going to.
Yeah, six times that you should be able to ride that. I wonder if it's back to back to back to back.
Yeah. And basically on your timing, you said that it was about 4.5 minutes.
Right.
4 minutes. Right.
4 minutes, yeah.
So that's why you're gonna be able to see. Can't wait to see all the cruise video. Oh yeah, wait. I'm in the process of editing the first one. Hopefully, if I'm done after this live, then I will be posting that one tomorrow. If not, give me until tomorrow evening, and it will be posted. I promise. It'll be about 20 some minutes because it's a lot of info uh, coming to you guys. Um, so this is pretty cool. This is good to see. Character Hugs traditional meet and greets return to Disney World. If you have not seen that video yet, I literally got off the ship, dropped off the family, and headed to Hollywood Studios. And I got there around 11 ish or almost noon. And good Lord, did I? I was tired, but when I got my first hug, I said, you know what, Carlos, you made the right decision.
He gave you a boost.
It's just like I so miss this thing. Michelle said, "Oh my goodness, my inner '80s child is squealing." Yeah, they have a lot of great songs. Um, but anyways, it is kind of awesome to just be able to like to high five, to give hugs, to play around with the characters. I legit saw babies looking at Minnie and Mickey, and they were like kneeling down, face to face, giving them kisses to the babies. Awesome, I was like, I was finally in cloud nine. And the level of excitement in people. Now, one thing I told Karen, I think I mentioned in the video, you will think that for them characters, it might have felt like a part of their job. I felt those hugs so sincere yesterday. It's like they missed it. They were happy. You know, I even off camera, I was chit chatting with Minnie and Mickey because at one point I was like, you know what, I have to enjoy this, and I turned off the camera and I kept talking to them, and I said, I know you guys are busy today, busier than usual. I want to say from the bottom of my heart that I appreciate what you guys are doing. Thank you for everything. We missed it. And I remember Minnie doing this to me, like she was crying and she said that she was drawing the heart and she said it meant the whole world to her. I look at the character greeter. And by the way, one thing I forgot mentioning in yesterday's video was the first day of having a photo pass photographer with Minnie and Mickey.
Nice.
Because before it was like I had to do yesterday with Olaf. They only had a character greeter. There was no photo pass. So yesterday, yeah, you had to, and that's the other thing. You will have to take a selfie because depending the character greeter, they may or may not take the picture.
Right.
Because they left it all up to them. I was told yesterday. So, I mean, it was very exciting. You could feel it in the environment. You could feel it from the character. You could feel it from the character greeters. And the photo pass photographer, some of them that I talked to yesterday say, their pictures that they've been taking. They're like, today we have just like taking so many pictures.
I'm sure.
Because it's so memorable. This is how you make memories.
Right.
There's a difference of you saying hi or something like that versus having them giving you a hug.
Right.
And good Lord, when Sully gave me a hug,
you could tell, like the picture you sent me, you look like a little kid and like hugging Sully, like you got lost in Sully.
I did, and he will not let me go. Because I said, and I kept talking to him, and I said, hey, I missed this. Thank you so much for being here. And Sully was like a big surprise. They did announce it a couple of days before that he might be there, but he made his big return yesterday. And Sully was telling me that he missed being in there and he missed hugging us. And it's just like it is a completely different feeling when you are able to experience this. And like you said, when you look at it on the picture, the I posted even for the thumbnail, because we posted it in social media right over here. It's gonna show, but you see, I was there with Mickey, but I do have picture of Mickey hugging me. The problem is that when I hug him and they take a picture, I have the camera right over here, so it's kind of
look. It ruined the picture.
Yeah, but I'm recording. But if you look at that picture that Karen is mentioning right here of me hugging Sully,
he got lost in Sully.
it's just like it's just like a different feeling. I was like, Michelle, Michelle said I will be bawling my ass how I was with teary eyes, especially with Sully and Mickey. So I told Mickey that I was on a cruise line and I heard that he has left and I couldn't hug him. So I needed to come back. And I basically got off the cruise because I needed my hug. So he gave me extra hugs because of that. I mean, it's just the whole thing is emotional. And it's just a different feeling. Finally, I feel like we're back almost to normal. The only part that upset me a little, but I'll get to you guys and that I showed to you, but it was the whole, excuse me, that it's not happening with all the characters, by the way. I felt that it was important for people to know. But this thing over here, man, and there's a lot of people that didn't even know Sully was there. So as I'm going through the lines, I'm talking to people, especially with the kids. I keep telling them, they're like, he's here? Where? So I had to tell them and I show them the picture that, oh, we're going to go there right next. Thank you so much. And you can tell people didn't know about it because it was a walk on.
Right. They're not gonna announce, "Hey, Sully's here," like, cause.
So anyway, so that was awesome to experience. Um, Electrical Parade has a new finale which it has Coco, and basically the World Color is also returning this Friday. So at Disneyland, by the way. So there's a lot of excitement going both on Walt Disney World and Disneyland. And I honestly, it feels back to normal. I just love it. And I was tired, guys. When you get off a cruise, you usually feel tired. I told Karen,
as soon as you step off, you drain.
Yeah, and no, once the reality hits you, you're like, oh my god,
I got this. I got this.
So honestly, I looked at yesterday as tired as I was. To be honest with you, like I was doing a chore. Like I'm like, oh, I gotta do this because I compromised. I was gonna do it, and you know that sometimes I had like passes, theme park reservations, and I cancel them at last minute because I don't feel like driving. And yesterday, something told me, Carlos, if you don't go, you're gonna regret it.
Right.
And if you notice my energy at the beginning of the video when I'm talking about the autograph books that came back, by the way, yesterday, I cover that. If you notice the energy of my voice on that versus when I hugged Sully, completely different. The minute I hugged him, I said, "Good Lord," to the point that I was willing to do an hour and a half of a standby line for Mickey and Minnie. Now, Karen can tell you in a normal day, what would I would have done?
Not waited an hour and a half for Mickey.
I'm like, I'd rather go to Olaf that is like 20 minutes. Right. I would have done that. I would have done
all the short ones,
all other things of the video, and I would have got out and I would have told you guys, I'm sorry. I would have loved to see Mickey and Minnie, but not for 90 minutes. But the minute I hugged Sully, I was like, I have to see Mickey and Minnie.
Yeah, when he told me that how much long he was gonna wait, I was like, you're really gonna wait that long?
I waited an hour and 11 minutes, and it's in the video. I showed it because I like proving things to the viewers, but it's just different. I felt different. I felt like this needed to happen. This is the beginning. Character couples are also returned to the festival parade. Oh. This is awesome.
Before it was just the princesses.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sully to return to Hollywood Studios. See, they announced it. But not a lot of people knew. So, but it was awesome to get that hug. This, I told you what I was gonna do, and it's in the video. I had to check on this. Something was telling me that exactly what I found yesterday was gonna happen. Galaxy's Edge characters remain mostly physically distanced at Disney Hollywood Studios. If you guys follow us on Instagram, you already saw in the Insta story that I blasted it out yesterday. And I also went ahead and put it in the video. This is, I'm going to be Carlos, the stupidest thing that Disney has done on after announcing that we're going to do traditional character meet and greets. The reason why I say that is because you have, it's like kind of like a double standard. You want people to go to the Galactic Star Cruiser so that way they are immersed themselves into that hotel, be part of a storyline, and share time with the characters, which we already seen characters not maintaining social distance from guests, hugging guests, um, grabbing guests, as part of the story for fun. The other day I saw a stormtrooper grabbing a guest, through the arm and saying that he was gonna put her behind bars or something like that. We already discussed that our feeling is that maybe those characters or those entertainers have a different contract than all of these entertainers. That's what we feel it is. However, there shouldn't be a reason why characters in Galaxy's Edge are maintaining their distance. I kept saying it on the video. These three characters, V, Chewbacca, and Rey, used to walk among people. They used to involve people in their storyline. The whole thing is that they either help, ask you for help to fix the whatever, or either the Millennium Falcon or whatever ship they want to fix. Rey will talk to the little girls about becoming a Jedi, and V is usually escaping from the First Order.
Yeah.
And she hides, and she has you hiding. She hides behind you so that way you could walk her next to the stormtrooper. Hear what I say? Walk her next to the stormtrooper, which means stormtrooper are patrolling around the people. Why in the heck are they having stormtrooper on that second level over here the whole entire day? I only show Galaxy's Edge when I went twice. I went to Galaxy's Edge 6 times because I want to give it a chance. And every single time I will catch him, and I said, "There's no way. There's no way. There's no way." I ended up asking a cast member, and they ended up telling me, "No, they're not doing it." Until I decided in the part of the video over here, I went ahead and this is what after I talked to the cast member, I went ahead and decided to. I was like, okay, I'm leaving then, whatever.
Whatever.
I'm okay. They're not gonna do anything, and then I catch Rey and Chewbacca walking among the crowd, and I said, okay, maybe they're gonna do it. I was like, okay, maybe they're gonna do it.
He got excited.
I was like, and in the video I said I saw them, but something is telling me they're gonna go to that ship closer to Rise of the Resistance. They've been doing this thing normally. This is normal.
I was like, that's a normal. I'm like, normal spot.
So then this is the part that kind of like got me too. So they have, if you notice, they have a photo pass photographer around this area. So I was like, okay, let me stand over here and pose for them. I mean, that might be new. Nope. They went ahead and turned around and went to the back. And there's the people over there on the photo pass. You see them over there?
Yeah.
They're taking picture by the photographer. So there they have all these people congregating over there trying to take pictures of them.
And they even went further out.
And they went further out, which was like, I'm like, why are they doing that? So then I decided to start posting in Instagram, which I hid behind that kiosk that they have over there for merchandise. And then I noticed that eventually they made it over here. And I'll show it to you in the clip really quick. So they just like right there. That was the closest that they got. And before I started recording, that's Chewbacca and Rey were over here. And then the kids, and I think they did it mostly because there were a whole bunch of kids talking to them. And I was like, And I posted it just like that. This is the closest that you will get to interact with Chewbacca and Rey, which again, it just didn't make sense.
No.
So they're taking picture and watch what she does now. Boop. And there was a whole bunch of people in this area waiting, you see? And people just turn around like, really? You saw that?
Oh, she got mad, yeah.
It is the stupidest thing. And then they have the character sightings of Chip and Dale. They still doing this
picnic.
and the picnic in front of the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And they were close, but they weren't as close. I was able to get a fist bump off camera from Chip, but that was it.
Well, maybe they're also leaving it up to the discretion of the cast member.
I guess, but it's just
or
like
not the cast member, the character.
You're basically saying you want people to immerse. I mean, so if
I really don't understand Star Wars like them because they're already far enough. You can stand in the rail and just let people take pictures of it.
You know, you want people to immerse in Star Wars. You are doing so much to try to push the Star cruise ship. You're saying feel part of the storyline. It's like speaking on both sides of your mouth. I think Disney has dropped the ball with Galaxy's Edge. And for me, this is me as a Star Wars fan, this is an insult.
Right.
I want to go to Star Wars or Galaxy's Edge just to see the characters interact and enjoy it, feel immersed. So not only people have to wait hours to be able to do one of the best rides in property, but on top of that, I cannot even talk to characters. Right. They're maintaining their distance so bad that really?
Yeah.
I mean, and then I purposely, and I said it in the video, I purposely went to the Millennium Falcon because in the past, even in California, you will see them over here. So I thought, well, maybe they will not walk by people. You see, I'm giving them multiple chances. Maybe they're behind over here, but they still can talk to people. They still can take pictures with people. But no, right. They didn't do it. That's and weird. I was like, that is just like the weirdest thing that I saw yesterday. I still not understanding. And after I put this in the video, and after I just put it in Instagram, then I come across Block Mickey saying this. And as you can see, it was released yesterday too.
In California, the characters are out walking around?
No, not for Galaxy's Edge.
I might have changed.
Unless they did it today.
That changed, probably.
Unless they did it today, but in California, they go behind the Millennium Falcon.
That changed today.
Unless they did it today. But yesterday, this was the stupidest thing that I witnessed, and there were a lot. I mean, when I'm telling you, a lot of guests upset about this.
Sure. But I wonder if the meet and greets that are on the other side of studios for Star Wars, if they've gone back to normal.
No, there's nothing in there. That you could see Vampirina and that
on the side, but that Star Wars portion close.
That's still close. That's still close. Yeah, I went there and it wasn't advertised.
And the launch bay.
Yeah. Nope. And what I noticed is that the majority of the people they are in Disney at this point, they're either spring breakers or European, including people from Brazil. These are people that have been waiting over 2 years to just step into property to be able to enjoy this, and they can't. So I don't know. That was my experience.
It might have changed by now, or it could really be up to the discretion of the.
It has to be because then, like you mentioned, you hear the Avengers Campus yesterday for the first time ever. Because remember, Avengers Campus opened last May, May of 2021. So the first time ever characters are
roaming around
and hanging out with
Yeah.
guests and taking picture next to guests. You know, I even see picture of a girl holding into Captain America's hand and all that, which is
And I
was
saw one
cool.
with, I think it was Black Widow, like holding, like pushing somebody, like they were gonna go do something.
Yeah.
And then I saw Black Panther down, like talking to a little kid, like.
And Spider-Man
Yeah.
finally is not keeping his distance, which is awesome to see. I mean, you got to think about all these experiences. Like, guests are paying a lot of money to experience, and think about the little kids too. You know, I don't know.
Especially with the main characters like this, they want to see them. They want to be able to hug them. They want to be able to talk to Ray. They're like, and not from a distance.
I feel Disney is completely doing a disjustice to Star Wars fan, and they're screwing things up with Galaxy's Edge. Something that has so much potential, something that they could be. That's the same thing that they've been doing on the Galactic Star Cruiser. They need to go back to that in Galaxy's Edge and continue doing it. You know, imagine if you're in the Galactic Star Cruiser and you're doing a mission, and then you have to find one of these characters to help you complete it.
Right.
And you know
can't get
what I
close
mean?
to me.
They have so much opportunity, yet they just don't do it. So anyway, that's just my rant about my visit yesterday. Something came up today I wasn't aware. There's a new parking lots coming to Epcot, which I thought the Epcot had enough.
Apparently not.
So I'm not sure why.
Maybe they're thinking the Guardians is gonna bring more.
You think?
Maybe they're hoping.
So that's a lot of parking lot as it is. So I don't know what they mean, but yep. Then after I've been ranting today, Disney World decided to remove blackout days from cast member through Memorial Day weekend. But I've been doing my research, and I think two things had happened. A, Disney increased on their capacity. Obviously,
sure
they didn't tell anybody. Or B, a lot of cancellations might have happened in the theme park reservation. So they're like, okay, time to just give the cast member an opportunity.
Probably.
So
most likely.
But now, mark my words, now that this came out, if there's a specific date that is blacked out for an pass holder, they're gonna reopen it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because they don't want to hear that.
Well,
Plus, they already screwed up.
They're gonna complain anyway.
So, let me see if anything else new came out. Yep, no, just the same thing that we just talked about. Nothing has come out in the last hour. But anyways, so far we had oh yes, I forgot telling you about this. If you have a Visa, Disney Visa, now you can save up to 30% on rooms reservation. And I think it goes all the way to, what was it, September or something like that?
September 19th.
September 19th.
From August
28th to September 19th is the catch. You gotta see how it's funny how they do that crap, right? But anyways, if you're planning a trip or if you could escape, there you go. You could get up to 30%, and 30% in a Disney room is a lot of money.
It's a good change.
I mean, it could save you hundreds. Let me put it to you that way.
Especially depending on which one you stay.
Right. So anyway, so far it's incredible that we haven't talked in a week. We some of you joined us in our live on Friday, which I appreciate you guys for doing that. It was awesome to spend time with you guys. And in just a few days, so much had happened and so much excitement that we had to share with you guys. Spoiler alert, you're gonna hear from the kids in the next coming videos about how they're enjoying the cruise. You're gonna get multiple perspective from Khalil's age and Kyla, which is what I was looking forward to. Um, 3 days is not enough.
No.
We felt like we were trying to rush through so many things in order to have fun. So now I could see, and now I'm even more convinced that me spending $6,000 for 2 days in the Galactic Star Cruiser, it's just gonna drive me bonkers. I couldn't,
Yeah.
I was exhausted.
And we missed a few things because
And
we
we
didn't
missed
get
a
a
few
chance to
things.
do it.
The good news is that we are coming back to another cruise in November, which is gonna be the Disney Wish. And when we do that November cruise, we're gonna be able to show you guys, the first Christmas celebration on that Disney Wish cruise, which I'm excited to see. Um, we're able to show you in these past videos that we recorded. We're gonna show you the whole process that you gotta do as for up to last weekend. We're gonna share not so much in depth full reviews because we didn't want to just focus on that, but we're gonna show you what we chose, what we like, what we didn't like, completely honest reviews. We're gonna give you obviously a room tour. um Anyways, all the fun activities that you can find around the
There's
cruise.
so much stuff to do on a cruise. Like, if you get bored, it's really because you want to.
Yeah,
Like,
Karen and I, if you've never been on the Disney Dream, Karen and I actually did a tour of everything that the Disney Dream has to offer, so we're gonna have a separate video just for that. um Lots and lots of things to share with you guys. I'm excited. I mean,
it was an
I
exciting trip. It was definitely.
it's one of these vlogs
awesome.
that I can't I think I recorded, and honestly, um it, I'm putting it out there just to help families. I don't even care if it has high views or not. Obviously, as a content creator, you want the higher the views and the higher the likes or dislike, the better, because it helps you out. But as long even one person tells me, "Hey, Carlos, you help us out tremendously on making a decision," that for us, it's so much. It holds so much value.
Yeah. Right.
So we enjoyed it. We have fun, and you'll get to see the kids' perspective, which is the most important part.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, I want to do things that the whole entire family enjoys. Now, the new goal is to do other cruise lines so we can compare, and most importantly, the kids can tell you the yay or nay.
Or which one they like the most, or which one they really didn't like, if there is one, right? That they really don't like.
I don't think that there's a perfect cruise out there. They'll probably be able to tell you, well, we like this one because the food was better. Well, we don't like the other one because we had more fun on that one.
I definitely think, or just an overall, I think a 3 day, it's not long enough for the kids to really enjoy the club, especially teenagers. Just because, like I was telling the kids, when you're little, you make friends with everybody. You don't really care who it is. Like, you're 4 or 5 years old. You have somebody new come in. You're just gonna randomly start talking to them. You're not gonna have an issue. When you're a teenager, you're very standoffish. Like, you don't want to talk. You don't know people. You don't know what they like. So it takes you a little bit longer to feel comfortable to be able to talk to any other teenagers. So I think a 3 day is a little short if you're trying to give the teenagers that experience.
Yeah, the next cruise is gonna be 4 days, which that means we're gonna have a day
At sea.
At sea, which should allow us and the kids to experience something else.
Well, it would be good to see different days, different amount of days, to see how comfortable they get or how much they like the camps by the end of like a 5 day or 7 day one, depending on what it is.
But the part that I love about so far recording these vlogs, especially about the cruise, is that our children are so different. You have one that likes shows, the other one hates going to shows. So in this spoiler alert, Kaleo, he tried it the first day.
He was bored out of his mind.
he's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the
club.
instead, and then you're gonna see us as parents like. It's kind of hard to let go because he can sign in and sign out by himself, and it's
That
like
was
that.
scary. That's a
So
little
we
scary.
went through that process too. Um, we also so you get to see then Karen, Kyla, and myself enjoying the show without Kaleo. Then Kaleo will join us because you know the rule is you're gonna join us for dinner, so you better be that by a specific time. So you're gonna see all those mix of emotions and all that, but it's kind of cool to see and get the perspective from both children because uh common families, that have four members, kids our ages, may encounter the same situation. And how do you handle it, or what do kids do on that situation? How can parents, what other alternative parents have?
So everybody can enjoy it. Because I know when they were little, we kind of forced them to go to the show because we wanted to watch the show. So, and again, Khalil has never been one to sit through anything. So watching the show with Khalil, either he would fall asleep, which was what I would end up hoping for, or he would like struggle with me the entire show. So did I really enjoy the show, or did I fight with Khalil the whole time?
So you get unique problems and unique solution from a unique family. That's what
Yeah.
you're gonna get. and that part I love.
We're giving you options too, like
And I said it over and over. I love and we respect a lot of our counterparts or other content creators. A lot of them we follow. A lot of them you guys know we're friend of theirs. Their perspective is still as important because they're giving you some kind of value. But what we're offering is completely different because
right.
we're not just a couple. We're not just a couple with a baby. We're just a couple with a teenager and preteen that are completely different. And how do you balance? How do you give them the opportunity to enjoy something while I enjoy my time
right.
off, my vacation without ruining it because
Or feeling guilty, like, oh, this person's over here and not spending time with us where we wanted to spend time as a family. But there's certain times that you have to just go have fun, and then we'll have fun, and then we'll meet up again. Like,
how do you convince a teenager or a preteen the Disney cruise will be fun for them when then they can tell you, I'm not a baby anymore. That looks like it's only for babies or just family, and I don't care about that. How do you overcome that part?
right.
And that's basically the goal that we have for those videos.
Right. And as a teenager, do you have to like Disney to be able to enjoy it, or can you enjoy it without being a fan? Like, because I could be like a total fan of Disney, but everybody else could not like it. So are we all gonna have fun just because I like Disney, or is everybody gonna be miserable except for me? Like, like.
So I feel like those videos, if the gods in YouTube get involved and push those videos out. I want those videos to be out more so for, like I mentioned, to help other families rather than us growing as a channel. Because I feel that the kids bring that higher value than other channels don't bring. So, and you can do that research. Go ahead and research because I did it. You are not going to find a family of content creators filming about cruises. It's either couples or couples with babies, especially Disney cruise. What the kids were able to bring to the table with their honesty, I really appreciate. I wasn't offended. When they told me I didn't like this food. Okay, great.
Okay, great.
Good. I didn't like this show. Oh, I'd rather be playing with some kids. I'd rather make friends.
Right.
So how do you as a parent handle your kid telling you, hey, I don't want to sit down through a show. I'd rather meet some other people, and you can take it like, so you don't want to spend time with us?
Right. And even as a kid, that's a hard thing to say to your parents too, because I think at some point even Khalil was like, would you mind if I went to the club? He
said okay.
Yeah, is it okay? Like, even him, he's like, he didn't want to hurt feelings, but he also didn't want to be there. Yeah. So where's the happy medium of where you let him You force him to go with you, and he hates the whole thing, and then he talks through the entire thing, or do you let him go enjoy sometimes so you can enjoy the show?
How do you handle also when it's the last night and they're telling you we'd rather go to the club?
Yeah.
And see what other fun things can we do in the club, and you're like, well, wait a second.
I thought you didn't like it.
And you were with us, so
it's the last night. Why are you not with me?
You're not calling us fun? Is that what you're trying to say? No, I didn't mean that. I want to just experience something this different, and it's your last night, so you can take it like Karen and I. Well, we could have some kind of like alone time to do and experience some other things from the cruise, or we could be nope, you're to stay with us, So those are the kind of things that you are going to see throughout those videos where I feel like we bring so much value, and not so much Karen and I, because like me and Karen and I, you could watch 20,000 other vlogs out there. I feel it's just the kids who actually bring that extra value and telling you, Angela said, bye, kids. Yeah. And at one point, I want to do that.
That one time we told them, hey, God, why don't you guys go to the club? They're like, you don't want to spend time with us. Like,
yeah, it's just
you don't want us with you guys. Like, what? Like,
it is interesting. It is interesting and hearing, and you're gonna hear from the head. What were you guys doing out there? I don't know. I kind of got bored. Or how about that? You get a text from your kid saying,
I'm bored.
Can I join you? And you're like, well, wait a second. You're in a club that has a lot of cool stuff. How are you bored?
Or text that I'm bored, and then you text them, okay, well, come with us. Oh, no, never mind. I'd rather stay. Or can I stay more? Or can I stay later? And I'm like, I thought you were bored. Like, I thought you were having fun.
Or how was it? How was the people there? I don't know. There was a whole bunch of weird teenagers. What
does that mean?
You know me. I'm very selective. I'd rather just stay apart. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. So again, there's a lot of things that you get to hear. When and that I noticed different. Obviously, when they're babies, like when Kyla was 4 years old, we will drop her off at the Oceaneer Club, and she will tell us all the stories about how much fun she had crafting.
All the crafting, like I would literally like
she got dressed like a fairy tale and did this and did that, and then you got the cast member coming to you and say, Kyla's having fun on doing this and doing that. Versus now that you gotta hear from them firsthand. They're more independent, so it's just like a whole different standpoint of view. Then you go to Castaway Key, which is Disney private island, and you're like, all right, guys, go to the club. Okay, we'll go. And then they come back like 10 minutes after. Like, what is it?
What, there's nothing to do. Oh yeah, there's this.
So why are you back?
Why are you back here?
We want to be with you. Okay, great. Okay.
And I think you saw that a lot through the ship. You either saw teenagers in groups of teenagers, or you saw them with their parents. Like it was that fine line of whether they really liked it and they went with them, or they just rather spend time with you because they didn't feel it wasn't a lot of time for them to feel comfortable in a group.
Angela says, sounds like my kids. Yeah. So again, but that's the whole thing. You're gonna when you see Kyle and Kellogg going through all these emotions, you're gonna be able to like relate to that.
Yeah.
So what Kyle and Kellogg can potentially help you as a parent, which has always been their main goal since we started. Yeah, because
they're the ones that started.
If you didn't know, just go back and watch our early videos. Kyle and Kellogg did like the first year. It was only the two of them. It wasn't until a year after that I had to get involved. Karen wasn't even in the videos. It was just me and the kids because YouTube made some changes and I had to do some changes before YouTube removed the channel from the mainstream of YouTube. So I don't want to bore you with that whole behind the scenes. But if you go to the early videos, you're just going to see Kyle and Kellogg their main goal always was to help you, the parents,
To help the
understand
kids.
the kids.
Right.
They want to be that voice from the kids to help you, parents, make the best decision for them. So if you can relate, saying that sounds like my kids, I thank you for sharing that with you, because that's exactly
Our goal.
our goal. If Kyle and Kalel are able to experience something different, chances are your kids may feel that way, which it means that if you ever plan a Disney vacation, a Disney cruise, I'm sorry, you are almost able to anticipate what your kids are gonna do or how they're gonna feel.
Right.
And which is gonna be cool for you to say, okay, I already know that, these two kids from Cool Case Adventure, they enjoy this, they enjoy that. I know my kid is similar to their age, and let me ask them rather than tell them.
Right.
Hey, do you want to watch the show, or would you like to go to the kids club? No, mom, I want to go to the kids club. And don't feel offended, because then you're like, okay, because if I make them sit down, they're gonna make my life miserable. And trust me, Kalel will get bored and he will make your life miserable. He will start talking in the middle.
He'll talk through the entire thing. He talked through the entire first show.
He will pull his cell phone, and we're in the movie theaters here. He will pull his cell phone and start playing video games and start showing you his score in the middle of the movie. You're like, kid, just because he doesn't like movies. He doesn't like.
He can't sit
still.
Yeah.
He'll tell you, why are you forcing me to sit down? Kalel is an active person, so when he's not in the house, there's multiple times you're gonna hear Kalel is playing basketball. He went, mom, dad, can I play basketball? I want to go, and sometimes he went on his own. So you might be able to identify your children with Kyle and Kalel. You're gonna be like, wow, okay, I never seen it that way. I never thought about it that way.
Right.
And to think that I forced him to do this, now I understand why he or she were making my life miserable.
Always, like upset, always mad.
Or they were upset.
They weren't having fun. We thought they were having fun, or we thought we knew what was going to be fun for them. But it's we get it wrong every now and then, parents.
Yeah, I mean, we just think, we just go by our feeling.
Right.
I mean, there's things that I say, oh my God, Kyla is going to love this. Right. Really, Dad?
Why? Why would you think I like that?
You should know me better than that, Dad. That's what I get, So we have taught our kids to always be honest, respectfully. Even in the videos, they could be honest, respectfully. And they have to understand that not everybody's going to share their opinion, which is the best part that they can actually do for anybody. Yeah, we are imperfect. Yeah. You're so right. And we don't know. I mean, it happened to us as a kid. How many times our parents thought, oh my God, Carlos is going to love this. And I'm like, oh my God, this is boring.
Well, when they were little, I remember us picking them up from the club to go see a show. And then one of them would not like it. Or we took them from doing something extremely fun to go sit down and watch a show. So as a parent, it's a little hard, especially now, at those ages, maybe start talking to them like, would you rather go to the show, or do you want to stay in the club? Where I think in some of the cruises that we've been with the kids when they were smaller, we got to the point where we'd be like, do you want to go to the show, or you want to stay? Are you having fun? We would check in with them in the camp, and are you having fun? Yes. Do you want to go to the show, or do you want to stay? And even from small ages, Kyla would most of the time come with us to the show because she likes shows, and Kyla would be like, no, I'm going to stay here.
I'm going to stay.
Like, I'm good. So,
well, we also learn, especially Angela, because I know that you say bye, kids. We already told them as we were leaving Castaway Cay, we told them, I said, let me tell you something. In November, I don't know what the two of you are going to do. You're going to go to your club or eat 20 ice creams. You have to do it. Your mom and I are going to Serenity, which is the beach for adults. I need my break from you two. Really? Yes. So start mentally preparing yourselves. Next time I go to Castaway Cay, I will be going to Serenity I think Serenity Bay, right?
Right.
With
Well,
your
also
mom.
for us to experience it, so to know what it is. 'Cause
I,
we walked by it, but we never been on it. 'Cause
I've been in it by myself because you had to stay
with one of them.
with one of them.
I think it was Khalil.
Yeah, Khalil.
Yeah.
That was like almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was, we weren't recording or anything, but then I had to go back to you and say, hey, Karen, this is pretty cool.
Like,
So you and I as a couple never experienced that before. Wish this channel was around when my kids were in school age. I can see helping. Thanks for your comment. Thank you, Gloria.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, but and it could help everybody. Honestly, our channel, I feel like it help anybody. We're no different than you guys, honestly.
And even the day we got back from Castaway Cay, Carlos went to the room, took a shower, and relaxed. Kyla and Khalil went to the aqueduct. Then Khalil went to play basketball. I went to walk around the ship to try to get a little bit of exercise. I tried to do the mile that they have set up. So at one point, all four of us were doing something completely different, but we're all like enjoying our time. So it was good.
One thing, I don't know that it's in any of the videos, but one thing I continually tell our family is like, you guys go and have fun. Do whatever you want to do. For example, when I go cruising, there's times that I just want to stay chilling in my room, sleeping, or going and I just go to the balcony and sit down and just watch the ocean. And sometimes I just want to take a nap. And it doesn't fail. I always have Karen and the kids. Are you really gonna nap? And I always say, don't judge me. This is a cruise. You want to do craft. You want to play with some friends. You want to do that. I don't judge you. Let me rest. I never rest. I never sit down. I mean, they always get in my case. I'm always working. I'm always creating videos. I have contracts with clients on our business. I'm always working, doing something. When I'm in a cruise, I want to chillax. So you also have to understand that aspect, and that's something that I want to. If I didn't say in this video, I want to continue to say to help other people, because when you go on a cruise, everybody has to get to the point that you do whatever activity is best for you. Even though we love spending time as a family, I can guarantee you, Angela, next time we go to Castaway Cay, I will tell the kids, go to the club. I don't care if you eat 20 cones of ice cream. Leave us the heck alone for at least an hour. Your mother and I are going to go to Castaway Cay. Aloha, Jax. Nice to see you, buddy. Keeping it real, Cookies Adventure. I love your family's point of view. And not only the cruises video, but all your videos. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Love, nothing but love for you, my friend. Thank you so much for those kind words. I'm sorry. Yeah, but and it was
cool, yeah, because at one point also Carlos again was in the room. Kala was playing basketball, and Kala and I went and did some crafting, and we did some trivia that we did horribly.
Apparently, you guys suck.
We actually came out saying we need to study more. We need to learn more about Disney. But out of a 40-point trivia, we got 18. So
you got more than probably me.
We thought we were gonna get one, so we did a lot better than we thought. But it gave us time for her and I to bond together, doing things that we both like, because we like crafting, we like trivia, we like learning about Disney. So it was fun to actually have that little bit of time just with her.
Our family things that we put in the videos are no different than yours, because I mean I already see in the chat, I know Michela has a 25 and a 30-year-old. Gloria said 25, and Gloria says that she has a 22 and 26. You know what? Fun in vacation is fun in vacation, and having personal space is having personal space. I can guarantee you can tell your 20-some-year-old, I need my space.
Right.
I appreciate you want to spend time with me, but you need to back off and go somewhere else. I need my space. And that's exactly what we're creating. We're creating boundaries at the same time that we're creating memories. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I owe Khalil a basketball game because I never played basketball with him.
Yeah, but I want to say that maybe 85 to 90% of the time we work together.
Yeah, yes.
and it wasn't us forcing the kids. It was
No.
mostly the kids. Hey, can we just do this together? So it is also beautiful for me. It is beautiful to hear our teenager and preteen wanting to spend time with us, which is normally totally the opposite. They don't want nothing to do with parents.
Yeah.
They look for us. They like hanging out with us.
Or if they went to the club, they're like, "What are you guys gonna do?" I'm like,
yeah. And they will check up. They will like text us, "Are you guys doing this crafting?
What are you doing?
Or did you move? You know, stuff
Where you
like
at?
that." So
I think they checked up more on us than we did them.
yeah, exactly. I felt like I was the kid and not the adult. But it was fun. So anyway, we if you guys want to, what I want to do, I'm gonna put more obviously the cruise videos out there to see what other questions you guys gonna have. I glanced through before I lost signal through some of your questions, so I try to answer as many as I could throughout the days. But I mean, I would love if everybody wants to do this, we could have just a live stream just to talk about this Disney cruise or cruising overall. If that's what you desire, um, that way we can provide you with even more information. Just know that this is not gonna be the last cruise that we're gonna do. Like I mentioned before, this was probably not Disney, but overall cruise number between 17 to 19 for me, for Karen and I. Disney, this was our third one, and we know mostly about Carnival because those are the majority of the cruises that we've done, and we only cruise with Royal once. We're gonna give Royal another chance because the only reason why we have like it.
Right.
But I know that it's been so freaking long.
Yeah, and we went with really high expectations of Royal, I think. We expected more than what we got.
Just to give you an idea, the first and only cruise that we've done with Royal was 13 years ago. 13 years ago, because Kyla was just 6 months and she just turned 14. So yeah.
A lot has changed.
So 13 years ago was our first and only cruise with Royal, and a lot had changed. I see everything they have stepped up their game. So my goal is to eventually do a Royal, so that way I can compare it. But we got a lot of background in Carnival, and then after that Disney, so we can compare them. You know, mostly. But I like to do celebrity.
I would like to do a lot of them. I would like to see the difference between all of them and see the difference, especially in the kids' perspective. That if every cruise ship is gonna have stuff for teenagers, or if they're gonna have fun, or they're just gonna be bored out of their minds.
Yeah. So far we have Disney Wish in November, and next March we have Carnival Mardi Gras, which is gonna be to celebrate Kyla's 15th birthday. But I want to go back to where we used to cruise 2 to 3 times a year. Simply because we need that kind of vacation. You know,
that's the only vacation that I truly enjoy.
Because we feel disconnected.
I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I don't have to cook. I don't have to clean. I don't have to do anything.
So I definitely gonna be. I would love if I could to just. I know that I have already that one plan. We had that one plan for March, but if we could possibly have squeeze another one, even if it's a 3 to 4, I see. We'll see. Between November and March, that's my goal, and then possibly push another one for late next year. So cruising is fun. I mean, it's not for everybody, but it's fun.
I think everybody should try at least once. If you've never done it, go on at least on a 3-day one, just to get your feet wet into it and see whether it's something you're gonna like or you're not gonna like.
Yeah, cruising is fun, but I mean, and I want to. We want our channel to be well rounded. You know, not yes, you guys know what to expect for theme parks, but it will be kind of cool if we can take you along with us to cruising. And I already said I saw our bucket list to be in other Disneylands and Universals around the world. Hawaii, we gotta do some digging because Hawaii is expensive.
Alaska,
we're already looking to that. So there's some crazy adventures that I want to do, and I want to take you guys with us. It's just a matter of when and how and
how much it's gonna cost.
How much it's gonna cost. So I could see eventually when the channel, if because it's not if I know, I'm hoping putting it out to the world that when as the channel continues to grow, we're able to generate uh other side more income, because we gotta pay for everything as it is on our own.
Times four.
But like it is, I mean, all we're doing is recording our vacation because again, we have gone on cruising so many times before even being content creators.
Yeah, I love it.
So,
that's truly the only vacation that I like is the cruise. And so anytime he says we're going on vacation, it's at a cruise. No, then it's not really a vacation.
Angela said I need one of those vacations.
You do, take it.
Gloria says Alaska cruise is on my bucket list.
I've heard that the Alaska cruise is the best cruise you can possibly.
And the problem is not the problem. Check this out. Believe it or not, Alaskan cruises right now, they're being super cheap because they're trying to bring tourism to Alaska and kind of like the west side of the nation. Because, Alaska cruise depart from Seattle and, those based on the west of United States. Look it up. You're going to see Alaskan cruises. You're like,
don't say that.
I need to go.
Come on, travel agent.
So, but the best time to go, according to everybody who has gone, is during the month of July or August, which is the most active for if you want to see those excursions where you get to see the animals and all that. That's when it's the best, July and August. So eventually, I would love to do an Alaskan cruise. Never been on a cruise, but I would love to. It looks so much fun. Yes, it looks so much fun. I won't lie to you, Michelle. I did a video keeping you in mind because when we went to Bahamas, it was a long walk. So, and I know you have your scooter, but I wanted to give you and other viewers the perspective of how long of a walk it would have been. Because it was long. And even though if somebody has to push you in a wheelchair, and I know you have your electric scooter, but people need to be aware. It's a walk. And you know us, we're the king and queen of timing things.
Yes, we timed everything.
And you know us, we love walking. When we tell you that it was a long walk, it was a long and because they're going through some construction. And I mentioned that I'm like, oh, this had changed because we haven't been there in 3 years.
Yeah, it also really depends on where the boat docks, like where it ports, like which station it does. Because some are kind of closer a little bit, but some are far. So it really depends on which one you get to.
It was a walk. I'm not saying, Michelle, that you cannot go, and I'm not discouraging you because, like I said, I know you got your electric scooter. You definitely have to bring it. That's what I'm trying to tell you, and make sure it's charged.
Yeah, and definitely like the room that we were next to was a handicap room, and that room was huge. Like,
oh yeah, it was huge.
So you should have no issues getting your ECV in and out of it because the room was huge.
I should have asked her.
And then the door.
Hey, Lenny, she would allow me to just record from the outside.
And I think those doors, most doors in a cruise, you have to open it and hold it. I believe the handicap ones, once you open it, they stay open for a little bit. Like you don't have to hold it.
Yes, Gloria. I'm talking about the port. The port in Bahamas and Nassau. It is extremely long.
They're making it really pretty though.
Yeah. But they changed it. And the way they changed it, the walk is even longer.
Yeah, because they pushed it further out.
Yeah, so
I don't know if they're making more space for more ships to dock at the same time or they just wanted to push it away a little bit away from the port.
It's like I mentioned, we don't mind walk. Trust me, we walk out. I mean, you heard Karen. After all the walk that she did, she wanted to work out extra, and she did a mile. My knee or my hamstring didn't allow me, and I had to rest it. But it was a walk. So we were able to show you even how long it took us and an estimate because it didn't dawn on us. So we ended up timing it like halfway.
Yeah, a little into the walk.
You guys know when we estimate or when we time it correctly. I mean, look at me yesterday. I timed the whole entire character grading, an hour and 11 minutes. Imagine I walked from your cruise to the entrance of Bahamas. So it was a fun experience. So we're going to show you a lot of different perspectives as much as we could.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things happening. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I believe in transparency. There were times that I'm like, okay, I've recorded enough. Let me put the camera away. Let me leave it in the room. I'm just gonna go and chill. Or just left it with me, because I always carry it. If you ever see pictures of me with a strap, it's because I carry it. It's easier for me to carry it. So I wear it like this. And so in the pictures that you see,
you'll see the strap.
You will see a lot of times you'll see this. And this, you always will see this strap because a lot of times I either have the camera hanging on my side or, if I'm recording, I pull it out like that, but my strap stays over here. So there's going to be a picture. Even yesterday when I took a picture of the character, I had the strap. So I left it next to me. I didn't record anything. I just keep it just in case a character would have come out. I was going to say,
and especially on a Disney cruise, you always want to have your camera. You always want to have your phone because you never know who's going to be out. Sometimes they repeat them a lot, but every now and then there's a random character that only shows up for one day and for a specific time. So if you happen to be walking, and they're not going to tell you who's going to be out either because they just say character meet and greet at this time. So you never know who's going to be out. So
I can tell you right now, if you love character interactions, you're going to love what you're going to see on what we recorded because it is more of a one-on-one basis. That's the other part that I enjoy about Disney cruising. It's not rushed like in the theme parks, and they're even funnier.
Yeah,
the
more into the character.
They're very interactive. So I be ready because you're gonna see a bunch of character interaction. I love the video, the character greeting. So glad we can hug. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
I'm kind of jealous that he's the only one that's hugged them. So I might have to do something about
and
that.
It sucked because we just got off the ship. If we would have, if that thing would have started like a day before, like on Sunday,
we all would have experienced it on the ship, which would have been amazing.
That would have been so cool.
The icing on the cake.
Yeah. So, but you're still gonna see us interacting with characters. It's gonna be fun. Trust me, because I was even dying laughing with them and fooling around with them. So you're gonna get to see a lot of characters in interaction. Anyways, it was 3 days, but it was so much fun. And I'm just gonna start putting videos out there. And what I'm gonna do, we'll do a live stream if you guys want to, just specifically about the cruising. I mean, I'm gonna entitle it Disney Cruising, but we can talk about all kind of the whatever cruises we have done because we can share our experiences with you on the cruises, especially Carnival versus Royal. And there's nothing wrong with Carnival. Carnival carries about rep because they're usually cheaper and they're the party, but
we enjoy it.
Trust me, I have fun on Carnival too.
Kids like it.
So anyways, thank you so much for joining us. I apologize for all the technical support that we had. Did I miss something?
Yeah.
The room side. So anyways, we really apologize for that whole technical
that was weird
crap at the beginning.
It wouldn't be a live stream without technical issues.
Yeah, I was kind of scared because a lot of we started by ourselves, but later on you guys joined. It's not the same. We're not.
Yeah, I was concerned. I was like, "Is this really airing?" I kept going in and checking it.
If you see us in the beginning, like going to our cell phones, because like, okay, there's a mistake. We're talking. We're recording just a video. We're doing a live stream. But the best part about live streaming is to be able to talk to you guys.
Yeah. So when no one was showing up, we're like,
I was
kind of weird.
But thank you for joining us. All 6 of you who showed up.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thank you for talking to us. That means the world to us. We will be back next Tuesday. Right, because next Monday, I think you guys have
one last track meet, I think.
I think you mentioned the 25th. Yes, next track is on the 25th.
Yeah. So,
next Tuesday, we will be back at 8 o'clock. I'm going to keep doing some testing to make sure I'm promptly on time at 8 o'clock without any issues. We'll talk a little bit. We'll talk about news, and then we'll plan more. Hopefully, I'll have released by then by 3 to 4 videos for the cruise, and then we could plan maybe a live stream soon about the cruise. So anyway, thank you for joining us, guys. You have a wonderful rest of the week. We love you. Thanks for the love and support. We'll see you in the next adventure.
Bye, guys.